Here's our rule for today. In a right-angled triangle, if C is the hypotenuse and A and B are the other two sides, then a squared plus B squared equals C squared. Remember, the hypotenuse is always the longest side and it always sits opposite the right angle. Let's try worked example 1. We have a right-angled triangle with legs of 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters, and we need to find the hypotenuse. Since we're finding the hypotenuse, we add the squares of the two legs. That gives us 3 squared plus 4 squared equals 9 plus 16 equals 25. Now we take the square root of both sides. The square root of 25 is 5, so C equals 5 centimeters. That's our hypotenuse. Now for worked example 2, this time we're given the hypotenuse 13 centimeters and one leg 5 centimeters, and we need to find the other leg. Here's the key difference. Because we're now finding a leg, not the hypotenuse, we must rearrange the formula to subtract, not add. So a squared equals C squared minus B squared. Substituting our numbers, that's 13 squared minus 5 squared equals 169 minus 25 equals 144. Taking the square root of 144 gives us 12, so the missing leg A equals 12 centimeters. Here's a useful trick. Before you write anything down, look at the triangle and identify the hypotenuse first. It is always the longest side and always the one opposite the right angle. Label it C on your diagram before you do any calculating. Now, here's a common trip-up. When learners are asked to find a shorter side, they often still add the two known squares together instead of subtracting. This happens because the formula gets memorized as simply always add, without noticing that the rule changes depending on which side is unknown. So here is a teaching tip to avoid that mistake. Before you substitute any numbers, write one short sentence stating what is unknown. Either say, the unknown is the hypotenuse, so I add the squares, or say, the unknown is a leg, so I subtract the squares. Doing this every single time will stop that sign error before it happens.